Guys, I need to say this calmly because I'm not used to recording videos, but God gave me a second warning in addition to the lights in the sky. And this time, He showed me something about the coming months, something that is connected to what is already happening. The Holy Spirit showed me that after these signs in the sky, the world will enter a time of scarcity. It's not made-up prophecy, it's not dramatization, it's a warning. He showed me that there will be a period when things will no longer be as easy as they are today. Food, money, resources, everything will become more difficult. Everything will become more expensive. And He showed me this before it appeared in the news. I didn't have a beautiful dream, nor an exaggerated scene. It was simple. He showed me two situations. First, as if it were a time of plenty, where everything was full, everything was easy to find. Then, without any warning, it all disappeared, as if the table were empty from one moment to the next. And in the middle of the vision, He made it clear. There will be a shortage. He said that many people will despair because they were not prepared. And this came before the lights. After I saw the sky like that, I understood that He was putting the warnings together. A sign above, scarcity below. I'm not saying this to scare anyone. I'm saying it because it's a warning. God has always warned beforehand. He reminded me of the story of Joseph, when the people had time to prepare before the famine arrived, and He made it clear to me, prepare now. He didn't say it would be the end of the world. He said it would be a difficult time, a time of struggle for resources, a time when food will be scarce, when supermarkets won't be able to restock everything, when some things will take weeks to appear, and when they do appear, many people won't have the money to buy them. And I know that the sky showing those lights wasn't just to get attention. It was to warn that things are going to change. December is already marked, and many people around the world are feeling it. And now God is showing that after the signs up there, there's a hardship down here. He doesn't want anyone unprepared. He told us to store simple food, things that don't spoil, things that can be kept without electricity. He said to take care of the house, take care of the children, take care of our health. He even talked about medicine because many things will be lacking. And I'm going to tell you something that He showed me very clearly. Whoever manages to plant will have an advantage. Whoever manages to have a little corner with something growing will be able to get by better. He showed me that the earth will still provide what is necessary for those who continue to believe. That the people who follow Jesus will have provision in ways they won't even understand. He said that food will become medicine, and that many natural things will replace what will be lacking in pharmacies. But He also made it clear, don't wait for scarcity to begin to act. The time to prepare is now. I don't know why God chose someone as simple as me to say this. I'm not a prophet. I'm a mother. I'm a homemaker. I delivered the first message out of obedience, and now I'm delivering this one too. The lights were the first warning. The scarcity is the second. And December will mark something important. I don't know the day. I don't know the form. But I know that God isn't speaking in vain. Whoever wants to listen, listen. Whoever wants to prepare, prepare. I'm doing my part, and I'm passing on to you exactly what I received. God showed me that what's going to happen isn't just about food, it's about infrastructure. He said there will be days when some systems will fail. It could be power, it could be internet, it could be supplies. I don't know which will be first, but He made it clear that there will be moments of instability. And He showed me this so that no one would be caught by surprise. Some people will only believe it when the first blackouts begin, but those who received the warning will know that God had already spoken beforehand. And I know there are people who will doubt, who will think I'm exaggerating, but I'm speaking because I prefer to be obedient than to remain silent and then see people suffering unprepared. When he showed me the lights, I understood it was something global. When he showed me the scarcity, I understood it was something that would affect many people's homes. And when he spoke of December, I understood it was a turning point. Not a festive turning point, but a turning point in reality. Things will be different. I don't know how to explain it, but you can feel it. I also felt that God doesn't want his people to be afraid. He wants them to be attentive. He wants them to be awake. He wants them to be praying, because he doesn't warn to scare people. He warns to prepare them. He has always done it this way. He warned before the flood. He warned before the plagues in Egypt. He warned before the famine in Joseph's time. Now he is warning before this hardship that is coming. And the message is the same. Prepare. Not just any way, but the right way, calmly, wisely, with faith. It's not about running around desperately. It's about organizing. And I need to say this too. God isn't just speaking to me. I've seen mothers, young people, pastors, ordinary people, and people who have never spoken of God saying they're feeling something different. And when so many people feel the same thing, without knowing each other, without any connection, without any agreement, it's because heaven is marking a time. And those who know the Bible know that when God starts to move like this, something big is coming. Not to destroy his people, but to align them, to awaken them, to separate those who are attentive from those who are sleeping. The warning is clear. Signs in the sky, hardship on earth, December marked. And I know this will make sense to those who have been feeling something strange in recent weeks. God doesn't leave his own in the dark. He always prepares the way. But now it's up to each one to decide whether to listen or not. I did my part by surrendering. I'm still trembling. I still don't know how to properly use the camera. I'm still just a simple 36-year-old mother. But obedience weighs more than fear. And if God tells me to speak again, I will speak. And there's one more thing I hadn't mentioned yet because I was asking God for confirmation. But now I know I can say it. He showed me that, after these signs in the sky and after this pressing situation that will begin to appear, many people will feel a desire to draw closer to God in a way they've never felt before. People who always put things off, people who never cared about the Bible, people who always said these things had nothing to do with their lives, these people will begin to feel a strong calling. It's not guilt. It's not fear. It's a calling. God will begin to touch the hearts of many people because he doesn't want anyone unprepared. And I know this might sound heavy, but it's not. It's about being careful. God is giving warnings beforehand. He always does this when something is about to change. And I'm not talking about the end of the world. I'm talking about a change in the times, something that will affect people's routines, their way of life, what they believe in. I don't know the magnitude of it, but I know it's not small. He showed me that December will be a landmark, a turning point, as if something is about to be revealed. I don't know if it's political. I don't know if it's climatic. I don't know if it's spiritual, but I know it will affect the whole world. And I've noticed something else these past few days. People are starting to sense things even before seeing the news. I received messages from people who just said, "I don't know what's happening, but I feel something is coming." And that caught my attention because that's exactly what God has shown me. He is preparing hearts before preparing eyes. First he touches the inside, then he shows the outside. First he warns, then he confirms. And now he is confirming with these signs in the sky, with the changes happening in the world, with the feeling that many are having that something is approaching. I want to make this clear. This isn't about panicking. It's not about running away in despair. It's about getting organized, about praying more, about being alert, about putting your house in order, because there are things that God doesn't prevent, but he warns beforehand so that his people aren't caught by surprise. He doesn't want anyone unprepared. He doesn't want anyone sleeping. He doesn't want anyone pretending not to see. He wants people awake, people who are firm, people who will know how to face whatever comes with faith and a level head. And I'm going to keep talking because I feel my part isn't over yet. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be recording. I'm shy. I'm not experienced. I don't like being in the spotlight. But God asked. And when he asks, we do it. Even with fear, even trembling, even awkward. Because he knows why he chose each person. He knows who will listen to you. And if he's telling me to say this, it's because someone out there needs it. And I'm going to end this part by saying what he strongly emphasized to me. The signs have begun. December will not go unnoticed, and those who are paying attention will understand what I am doing. And in these last few days, while all this was happening, I began to observe a pattern that made me even more certain that God is doing something global. Because it wasn't just the lights. It was changes in behavior, changes in climate, changes in the environment. It was as if the whole world had entered a different state, somewhat silent, somewhat tense. People are restless. Even those who never spoke of God are commenting that they feel something is out of place. And this doesn't come from nowhere. When the hearts of so many people begin to change at the same time, it's because God is working with time, not with emotion. I also realized that God isn't just speaking to believers. He's speaking to ordinary people, people who don't even go to church, people who don't even have a Bible at home. People who never looked at the sky are now looking. People who never cared about signs are now asking what's happening. And that's very powerful for me, because when God starts calling people who weren't seeking him, it means something big is coming. He doesn't want anyone to say, I didn't know. He's giving everyone a chance, even those who never paid attention to him. And one thing that became very clear is that God is using the sky as a warning because no one can ignore it. News is one thing, politics is another. Opinion is yet another. People choose whether or not to listen to that. But when the sky lights up, when lights appear in various places at the same time, when the entire planet sees the same phenomenon, then there's no way to pretend. God is speaking loudly. He is saying, I am warning you. Look up. Pay attention. It's as if he were marking time with the sky itself. And those who know the Bible know that this has always been a sign of change. And I know that many people are tired. Many people are living on autopilot. Many people are trying to survive emotionally. But I need to say, get ready. It's not about panicking. It's about staying strong. God didn't send this warning to scare people. He sent it to prepare them. He wants his people awake, conscious, attentive, because December will mark something. I don't know if it will happen overnight, or if it will be a process, but I know it won't be an ordinary month. He showed this before the lights appeared, and after the lights appeared, I understood it was confirmation. I'm delivering this exactly as I received it, without embellishment, without adding anything. I'm just a mother. I have no title, no position, no office. I only have obedience. And if God gave me this warning, it's because he knew I would speak at the right time. It doesn't matter if my voice trembles. It doesn't matter if I mispronounce words. It doesn't matter if the camera is crooked. What matters is that I'm speaking, and I will continue speaking as long as He commands, because there is still more to come, and God hasn't finished warning. And there's something I've been noticing very strongly. The more signs appear, the clearer it becomes that God is accelerating things that were hidden. I see news of places facing unexpected droughts, others facing sudden floods, entire regions dealing with tremors, volcanoes awakening, and at the same time the sky showing lights that no one can quite explain. It's not a coincidence that all this is happening together. It's movement. And this kind of movement doesn't come from the earth. It comes from above. God is manipulating time, manipulating the earth, manipulating people's hearts. And one thing that God has made very clear to me in these last few days is that He is using these signs to separate those who will listen to what He is saying from those who will ignore it. It's not about religion. It's not about church. It's about paying attention. There are people who are feeling in their bodies, in their environment, in their spirit, that something different has arrived. And these people are not wrong. God is allowing this restlessness so that no one is caught by surprise. He is waking up those who were asleep. He is calling those who were distant. And He is showing that December will not be just another month. And I need to say this sincerely. Prepare your homes. It's not an exaggeration. It's not theory. It's a warning. God said that a time will come when the basics will begin to run out. And this warning came before the lights came on. When supermarket shelves start to become empty, when some items take a long time to return, when prices rise in a way that makes no sense, many people will remember what I'm talking about here. It's not tragedy, it's preparation. God wants His people to have their minds in the right place, not expecting the worst, but organizing themselves wisely. I also felt God saying that at the same time that the world is entering a difficult period, He will sustain those who are with Him. Sustain them in simple ways, sometimes unexpectedly. It could be with a neighbor helping. It could be with doors that no one expected to open. It could be with provisions arriving at the exact time. God has always taken care of His people in difficult times, and He will continue to do so. But He is asking for vigilance. He is asking for attention. He is asking for preparation, because trusting is not the same as being negligent. Trusting is also acting. And lastly, before I conclude this part, I want to repeat what God has placed very firmly in my heart. The signs have already begun. The lights weren't just decoration. They were a warning. After this comes change, and December is a milestone. I don't know what will happen, but I know that God doesn't speak without reason. He doesn't waste warnings. He doesn't put something so powerful in the sky without purpose. So pay attention. Stay alert. Don't let this month pass like just another one. Something is coming, and God is warning you in advance because He is just, and He takes care. If this message spoke to you, don't ignore it. Don't close the video and go on with your life as if nothing was said. Share this with someone in your family, with a friend, with someone you know needs to wake up. Subscribe here, because God hasn't finished warning you yet. I will only speak as long as He commands. And when the next warning comes, you need to be here to listen. So click there, subscribe, activate whatever needs to be activated, but don't stay out of it. The signs have already begun, and you need to be attentive.